Hello and welcome back to Chellington Valley. Yes, I am back and I have come back to help Susie out with the spring planting season because there's a lot of work to do, there's a lot of fields to get done, and all I'm doing on Riverside is just waiting for some crops to be ready to harvest anyway. So let's pop in. Susie, I'm home!
Oh, I'm glad you're home. All the animals need fed, and I've saved the cow mucking out for you. And welcome home. Love you.
Well, I guess I'd better make myself useful then. I have sort of been a bit excited because there's a new tractor in. It's the same, it's still a T8, but it's the tuned version, it's this year's one. I forgot about this as well. This is new. So basically, while Susie was here on her own, kind of for going out running stuff over crops and what have you, it made sense just to have a separate self-propelled sprayer. Just trying to hitch things up on a 3-point link if she had Paul with her. Bit of a nightmare. This little shed of equipment has changed as well. Just pull up here, stop. Right, so this is our new planter. So it will do all of the crops, not just the direct drill crops. And it's a direct drill at 12 metres. Obviously, you've seen this before, it's just blue now and we own it rather than leasing it. And we've got our new feed mixer as well. So the self-propelled one was great, but capacity-wise it was just lacking a bit. Rather than making a mix every day, this has allowed Susie to make a mix every other day, and then she can leave it down in the cow shed as well and just make it a bit easier on herself. So this holds 45,000 litres rather than the 20,000 of the self-propelled. And again, we have bought this. We did really well off the harvest, actually. We did really, really well. So, yeah, we don't have any leased equipment anymore, I don't think. And, yeah, I think all the stuff we bought, as I said, the tractor is a new one, just because we got a great deal on the old one. It was 18 months old, we got a good deal on it. So we didn't have to pay that much more to top it up to get this one. Plus this is the tuned 435 brake horsepower one. Now I just need to find the trigger point for this. It can be a bit awkward. Yep. I guess this is where the self-propelled one was easier. You could find it. Although, as I say, Susie has literally just been driving this down here and leaving it parked here for the next day. Okay, there's a cow behind me now. You move, please. You gonna move? Cow. Rev the engine a bit. Nope. Right, well, I finished my argument with the cow, and I'm still going. I think we've just about filled this trailer up. So the plan for when we fill this trailer up is I'll run it down to the silo. We're storing it all in our all-in-one silo, so that we can then use it as, so that will go down on all of our fields first as fertiliser, It goes down on the playing fields as well. We wait for the off season to put it on the playing fields. We don't spray it in between the matches. That'd be a bit mean. But yeah, we tend to wait for certain points in the season, and it also seems to be certain points when I'm around to do the manure spreading. I'm not sure why that is, Susie, but okay, I'm just pulling into field 8. You'll have just seen I've been out in field 9 sowing some sunflower seeds. So this is our new seed drill, and I'm quite excited actually because I didn't get the chance to test this. Susie tested this and we had a chat over the phone. Part of the reasoning behind getting this was because we needed a planter anyway for planting our sunflowers. So we knew we had to buy something anyway. This was one of the better widths that we were looking at. It's a direct drill, but it does all of the crops, so it will do the cedar crops that the Ginkari used to do as well. It's a little bit slower than the Ginkari, but actually in these smaller fields that we've bought a few more of, so 8, 9, 6, 7, that's not a bad thing because we're covering more width, so we're not doing as many turnarounds at the end, which actually, even though we're going slower, it makes it overall probably a little bit quicker because there's less turning around. So I'm quite pleased with it. It seems to be performing quite well, and it makes a lot more sense just to have one machine to do all of our planting than having 2 of them. The Ginkari was only 7 metres as well, this is 12 metres, so we've got that extra width. And yeah, I think I would consider myself a fan. Right, I'm gonna carry on with this because I've got quite a bit to do and I'm only not even round one headland yet. And I will see you in a bit when we're done. Right, I am nearly finished. Just got one more very short strip to do after this one. I'm really pleased with how this seed has gone in actually. I definitely trust my wife when it comes to picking planters. Right, I will get this folded up and head on back home to the farm. I can't believe I nearly didn't show you this. So, hop the fence. Oh, barbed wire. Ouch. This is field 19. We picked it up basically because it borders right onto our field 8. We did wonder maybe about running the fence through. But Susie has planted this up with soybeans. This was what she did the test on with this drill. So yeah, it looks really good. Watch that barbed wire again. Yeah, so that's our little field of soybeans. It's not a big one, I confess. From the access, it's going to be really interesting trying to get the combine in. Like, squeezing this out is interesting. And the length of it as well makes the swing in down here very interesting. You've got to get it just right and go out a bit on here. And I've got it wrong. Oh, I've got it so wrong. Right, see you later. I untangled it, don't worry. I'm just going to head out in my new favourite toy. So I did do a test run on this with Susie before we committed to buying it. So we will just shoot our way down here and find this gate. Just back up a little bit, might have missed it. Right. Open this up. And then hop back in. Try and swing this round. Oh, no. This is the problem, because they sort of just about managed to go over the walls and the gate posts. And that's when you get properly stuck. There we go. Maybe we need to look into parting some of the farmers from their bigger fields a bit further down that might have easier access into them. Something to look at for next year, I think. But for now, I'm going to get some nitrogen on these sunflowers because they've got a lot of growing and a lot of catching up to do with all the stuff that we planted in the winter. So I'm going to shoot on with this. I will leave you to a bit of a time lapse. Hello, I'm now on field 8 and I just thought I'd pull up the crop map for you to see. So the GPS just down in the bottom corner is showing us nitrogen levels. So this is taken from when we did our precision farming data where we took our soil samples. It's measured what the level of nitrogen is in the soil, and it's given us that data for us to use and the soil types, and so we can then work out how much nitrogen to put on which crops in which soil. So as you can see, there's certain bits of it where we're kind of a light orange, where it's not added any nitrogen. You saw the sprayer bars turn off just back there. Now we're up on this bit that is yellow that we're turning light green, and probably just as we turn round through this bit, depending on what soil type we're about to come into, we might turn the bars off again. Yep, so the bars have turned off again. So I can now tell from where I've fertilised where I need to fertilise. So there's a little bit there, that little red bit we've got. So now if I come down along this way, I will get that remaining yellow bit and the dark orange bit if they need to be got. I just thought this bit's quite interesting, so I'll show you what I'm seeing in the cab with the little map. Hello! I was walking through the yard and I just suddenly realised I don't think I showed you this. This is our new baler. It's a Challenger, a little bit of a departure from our New Holland, but it's a special high density baler. So, the same size bales that came out of our John Deere, which we still have. So it puts out the same size bales, but instead of being 4,000 litres of whatever we're baling, these bales are 6,000 litres, so they take up the same amount of space, but you get more product in them, so straw, grass, hay, whatever we're baling, you get more of that in them, which means that although they take up the same physical space, you actually have less bales. So we really like that idea. The John Deere, we've hung on to it. There wasn't really any resale value to it because we got it so cheaply to start off with. It was one of the things that we intended to upgrade quite early but just never got around to. There was always another field to buy or some fancy piece of equipment that I really wanted. Sorry, Susie. So I'm just going to run out. We settled on the Challenger after doing a bit of testing. So we had 2 balers on trial. We had the Challenger and we had the Vicon Fast Bale, which was great, and it's a baler wrapper all in one. But we decided that we like the idea of doing the big long silage bales with the Anderson all-in-one bale wrapper, just for our handling purposes. So we've got a few of those up in the sheep field from when we did the demo, and somewhere around, possibly in one of the fields we did, we've got some bales that we baled up with the Vicon Fast Bale. am just about ready to head back to Riverside Farms. Susie got me to do a few jobs selling some of the products from the animals before I left, as you saw. I'm going to be taking this with me. It doesn't have very much value to our farm here, and before I came I planted some rye, which is going to give us straw, and on Riverside we have nothing to bale it with. So at the very minimum it's going to be a temporary loan to Riverside. So my time at Chellington once again has come to an end. Hopefully see you on Riverside. Thank you very much for watching. Please jump on the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, share this video with your friends, and most importantly of all, have a great day.